Morning all, it's about 8:30 on Wednesday the 18th of September 2024 and I am not in England and I am not on the coast, but I am on a path, so that's okay. It's my dad. Yeah, I'm on holiday with my dad, on a driving holiday in Scotland as it turns out, and I thought, wow, let's do a bonus stage. So that is not actually Ben Nevis. Ben Nevis is the one behind it in the fog. Like I say, it's quite early. I mean, the weather forecast has been absolutely spot on, brilliant, glorious sun, and about, even on the top, it's going to forecast to be about 12 to 14 degrees today, which, frankly, given all I've heard, one day and 9 of clear weather on top and stuff, is essentially a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to actually get up there and not die in the attempt. So that's what we're going to do today. It's Ben Nevis, bonus stage. Don't worry, I'll be back to the fens of Suffolk soon enough. So I'm going to make a start because it's about 10 miles of flat map distance, a straight line drawn on a map, zigzagging along the path, but obviously quite a lot of altitude. It's 1,360 odd metres, 40 odd. So yeah, it's about 1.3 kilometres up, and we are pretty not that far from sea level down here at the start. The car park's just through the trees there. There's all sorts of people gearing up. Not going to worry about getting lost and isolated and alone on this mountain. Not sure if Dad's up for the whole thing. He may come some of the way up and see how he feels and come back down again, or he may go with me all the way to the top. We'll see. But yes, here we go. Gonna get some miles in because, like I say, 10 miles, so 5 miles up and then 5 miles back again. But obviously the altitude as well. I've seen various guides describe it as taking between 3 to 5 hours to get up and about 2.5 to 5 hours to get down. So obviously early start and see how we go. But the weather is absolutely perfect. No wind, no snow, no rain. This fog is a little concerning. This is early morning mist, early condensation. I fully expect this to burn away within about an hour. And I think after about an hour or two's climbing we'll be above it anyway, so I think we'll be good. So, time to crack on, but be prepared to hear a lot of wheezing this trip. Here we go. So here we are, the first foothill accomplished. I don't know how high up we are at this point. No, that one's not. It's the one slightly over the side. I'm not sure if you can see it from this angle. You might be able to see a bit of it. But yeah, we'll go up and zigzag around that way. But yeah, it's the top of the clouds I was worried about. And you can see above it, glorious. So yes, taking a bit of a moment here. Little and often, I think is the key today. Oh, look at that.
I'm just going to go over there and try and sort out my water bottle with the...
Righto. First major junction here, goes down to a youth hostel. Used to do a bit of that in my youth. Seems a bit odd nowadays. So yeah, sun's definitely coming up, burning all that off. A magical looking valley. So I just checked, we're at the 170 metre mark. So over a tenth of the way. It's good, just going to get a bit of a breather. Not too bad, strenuous, but no problems so far. Yeah, up and away up here. It's a very good path actually, very well laid, fairly well maintained. I see a lot of people through here every year. We'll see how good it remains all the way up. Right, yeah, time to press on. Bit of respite here. It's a sort of ridge. I think over that side is a lake, Halfway Tarn, something like that. I can't remember what it's actually called. It has a Scottish name. You sorting yourself out? How you doing? How you doing, Dad?
Yeah, they don't make them up me anymore.
Yeah, so worried we might run the last one they made out of condition up here.
I'm going to put some salt in my...
Salt, electrolytes, yes. Isotonic. Suffers from cramps a bit now and then. Apparently the salt helps.
I don't want to get on my feet.
I shall learn from you.
Learn from the old man.
Yeah, I don't get the cramps, but the breathing's my thing. I used to be a prolific smoker. Regret that now. But yeah, doing all right. I think we're probably around 500 to 600 metres. I'll have to check the phone app map thing in a minute. But basically halfway, but quite a lot to do. It's basically up there and on top of the big one, I think. Looks like we've got a bit of respite now, though. What passes for level terrain up here. Yeah, and we're out in the sun as well, out of the shadow now, which is good. Sun's risen, we've come out of the valley. Which hopefully will dry the path. It's been a bit slippy in places with the morning condensation. But we're okay, no twisted ankles so far. So yeah, it's going to amble along here a bit. Oh, and then back into shadow again, looks like. Probably for quite a while as well, until the sun gets up to almost midday. Be about 11 o'clock, I expect, before the sun shines on this side. Good stuff. Ah, here we are. Stood above halfway Tarney. Yes, I say it has a Scottish name, but given the comments I get for mispronunciation of English names, I'm not even going to go there. So yeah, mirror smooth, glassy, reflecting the hill on the other side. I think that's the outskirts of Fort William down there. You can't really see the town itself from this angle. No snow on top, I'm encouraged to see. You reckon?
There might be a little.
I don't know, we couldn't see it from the approach because it was foggy down there. So.
Maybe not.
I'd prefer if there wasn't, frankly.
I'd like to see a bit of snow.
Makes it...
No snow on anything else.
No, I mean, well, it's late in the year and it's been relatively warm most of it.
I forget where my rent went. It must have been a couple of months ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah, May time I could believe there would be snow. Right, up that bit now, big long diagonal slant to the ridge over there. Get another couple of 100 metres under the belt. Ultimately we're going up on top of that, I think. Obviously not straight up that way, it's all dangerous scree. Yeah, we'll stick to the path. I'm not looking for any improvisational heroics today. Strictly the tourist path today. Because, well, yeah, we are tourists, fundamentally. And I don't want to chance it with any loose scrabbling or whatever. It's going to be tricky enough just getting up there with the sheer exertion of it all. Magnificent though. You know, given the amount of salt marshes, frankly, and fens I've been seeing over the last God knows how many holidays, this is a nice palate cleanser. Yeah, about 750 I think where we are now, 700 metres, something like that. There's a big set of quite hard work switchbacks up to about 1100, and then from there to the 1300 top is relatively gentle hilltop sort of thing. And he's gone on and left me to die again. Well, it's important to follow your own pace. The view is majestic though, and we're about 2/3 the way up still. It's going to be amazing on the top. This weather too. I mean, there's a few high wisps, but I don't see that becoming a problem today. Absolutely majestic. Right, I better make a move, I'll lose him. On some... My father is a relentless taskmaster. We've stopped for like 2 minutes. We're about 700 or 800 metres up now on a series of fairly steep switchbacks across this scree. About an hour's worth to go, I think, to the top. Yeah, this is probably the hardest bit. Yeah, soldier on up here and then it gets easier on the top. Fairly shallow plateau sort of thing on the top there. Can't get over this view. Yeah, Fort William down in the valley there. So we're about 1100 now and he's gone on again. He doesn't sit still. I'll catch him up though. But yeah, magnificent. About 200 more to go up top, more or less on the top now. It starts to level off a bit from here. A few more of these switchbacks to go. Looking forward to being on the top, but it's already magnificent up here. Right, better go and catch him up. Right, well, we've done the difficult bit and we've broken open the jelly babies because there we are.
I got a black one.
21 calories per sweet, and we don't care. We're cramming them down like crazy. Yeah, so this is the top of the difficult bit, really. You can see some people sort of trailing away there, but that is the summit on the ridge line there. So very easy strolling from here, and I think we're on for about 4 hours probably. And the range we've been reading about is 3 to 5. So 4's good. 4's very good, considering we don't do this a lot, and lots of the other people here seem to have done it a lot of the time. So being overtaken a fair bit, that's okay. It's always about setting your own pace. Spent last night in Oban, which I think might be on the horizon down there on the locks. Lost track of the route we took to get here, but that was very nice. Gateway to the Isles and all that. Yes, so take another sip and some water and a few sweets, and then crack on for the final push, I think. Good stuff. So there we are, we've sort of made it to the top more or less. There's all the trig point. Oh, a trig point. Oh, I love a trig point. I'll go give it a stroke in a minute. And there's the little hut observatory thing. I don't know if there's anything you can actually go inside there. I think it might just be a memorial monument thing. And here's some peril. Yeah, which is why this is a bad idea in fog or snow. People sometimes do go down that when they get lost on the top here. Fortunately, these conditions are perfect still. So yeah, we'll go over to there and have a proper sit down.
Let's get up the top and have a lunch.
Sure, yeah. Feast on nuts and jelly babies. Got a whole bag of cashew nuts and I'm going to devour the entire thing. Plus, one of those little walls probably can be shelter from the wind if we need it. Good stuff. We sort of made it. I'll do some more in a bit. Got to get there first.
Actually, we'll get up there and have a...
I think there's actual steps around the other side.
Oh, all right. We've got another...
Yeah, so here we are, the actual top. There's the trig point. I'll have to get its number in a minute. Climber up there, see what sort. And here is some sort of hut shrine thing. I don't know if it's anything that you can go inside. It might be a bothy. There's the stickers on there, ribbons and whatnot. It's possible you could climb inside it and shelter. The ruins of an observatory, it's like old doors and walls and things. Some sort of memorial there, a pile of stones of the dead. Which I didn't read, quite weather beaten. And then, yes, all around Scotland. In every direction. There is literally nothing in the entire United Kingdom, and possibly the Republic of Ireland as well, that's taller than where I am now. There are no more mountains to conquer. Well, except the Pyrenees, Norway, the Alps, etc. And very busy, as you can see. I can see that's 30, 40, 50 people up here. Some folks with stoves over there cooking on saucepans. I think technically you are allowed to camp up here as well, but it's just an awful pitch. There's no flat ground at all, and it's extremely exposed. But I suppose you would be legally within your right to put a tent up here, wild camp. They do it differently in Scotland. Oh dear. So we've still got our kit down, and Father Deer there had a little bit of a cramping emergency as we neared the 1300 mark. Took a lot of salt and water and he seems okay now, but we need to watch that as we go back down. Don't want him to have to be airlifted off in a chopper, which apparently does happen here sometimes. It's not so high that helicopters can't work. I'm not having any breathing difficulties. I don't think it's high enough for that. Hello. It's your bottle of magic potion. Your electrolytes. Hang on, careful now because I'm attached to it. I've got a microphone connected. Hang on. All right.
Just stand in the air.
Stand there. Not enough hands. Pose. Hang on, I'll have to put you away. Ah, good stuff. So yeah, just a little over 4 hours, which is pretty much in the middle of the range that most guide websites are saying it would take. So yeah, that's good. Pleased with that. Alright, so we're going to sit and have a bit of a lunch and then tackle the way down.
Let's go over there, find something quiet.
Righto. Yeah, so my dad's like me in a lot of ways. He can't really sit still and do nothing for much long periods of time either, so we're beginning our descent, which I might still film some of as well. But before we go, let's have a slow pan, because if anywhere's worth a slow pan, this certainly is. All that craggy stuff there, you see, is actually what this bit here looks like on the outside, so I'm trying to keep away from the edge. Sorry, slow panning, yes. Let's lock something or other out to the sea down that way. Don't even know what part of Scotland this is. The Highlands, technically? Yeah, you can see the cloud level. They are kind of on top of it. Every so often one comes over the top of this hill and it goes a little bit foggy briefly. It's quite funny. More Highlands. So I think Loch Ness, well, that's our itinerary for tomorrow, is off to Skye actually. We're going to Mallaig and then getting a ferry across to Skye to have a little look around, and then the day after that we're going up Loch Ness to Inverness, but none of that is even remotely to do with hiking, so I shan't be bringing you guys with me. Otherwise it really is me just showing you my holiday footage and holiday films, and that just gets really narcissistic. Anyway, so let's start off back down again, I think. Hopefully parental cramp doesn't resurface, but he's got like electrolytes and salt and things which apparently help, so I think we'll be alright. No need for a helicopter rescue off of here, I shouldn't think. There will still be another 3.5 hours or so to get back down. I often found going down big hills is harder work than coming up them in some ways. Less about stamina and strength, more about control and dexterity. Still requires a lot of concentration. Right then, on we go. I'm glad I did it though. This was very much a bucket list thing for me. I always meant to come up here and do this at some point, and here it is. Some of the most spectacularly fortunate conditions I think I'll ever see in my lifetime. An occasional puffy cloud making its way known. Hopefully none of those will inconvenience us on the way down. It's quite small. Right then, so we'll possibly speak to some of you a bit later on the way down. Stopping for a bit of a rest to let my knees recover. Got out on the knees. Jolty. I think we're back down to about 600-700 at the moment. Still some way to go. A few more zigzags and then down to that flat bit by the lake. And it's gone on ahead because very much like Riddick, he has only one speed. I have to just keep an eye on him in the distance. And somewhere down there's the car, which also came on holiday with me. Yeah, down on the 700 metre mark now, halfway down. It's a bit leveller over there, which will be a welcome release. It's really bad on my knees, all this stairs and rocks and stuff. I have to keep stopping. Plenty of people on the trail still. Keep seeing people coming up too, which I think, to be honest, is leaving it a bit late. They have to either be super confident about their speed or intending to come down in the dark. I don't know. I think Dad's around the corner somewhere. He won't stop. He's worried that this recurring cramp thing will kick in if he sits down for too long, so he's sort of going off at a murderous pace. Trouble is, he's going to wear out all the other parts of his body if he doesn't slow it up a bit. Oh well. I suppose we'll be alright. It's downhill all the way from here. Oh. What are we looking at? 3 o'clock just about. Well, coming down definitely is harder than going up. It's near about the 350 mark at the moment. I can see down the bottom. I've caught up with Dad as well, which is good. I feel like I'm flagging now. I'm the slow one. Yeah. The legs like jelly. I hope I'll be able to drive when I get down there. We've got about an hour for the hotel. Should be alright, different muscles and all that. I'm nearly at the tree line again, so we'll be able to make a final push down towards that bridge. I can see a little footbridge across the way there. That's the car park, I think. Visitor centre and such. Destination in sight. Bloody hell. There's the bridge, the river, car park, some sort of shop. God, that last 2 miles did for me. My legs, my knees are so jelly, like having trouble standing upright unaided. It's made me very, very slow. Still, did it. Got down here under my own power, just about. Dad's up there somewhere. I think he went on ahead when I was slowed down. He's okay, I think. Texted me as I was limping my way down. I need to go and sit down somewhere for quite a long time. Fortunately, the rest of this holiday is largely car-based. Although operating a manual clutch might be interesting with these knees. Let's see how we go. So there you go. Ben Nevis, 7 out of 10. Probably wouldn't climb again. Don't need to now. But certainly not something you can just rock up to and do, as I found out. Me and my dad troubles in various ways. But we're okay. We're back and safe. Right, I'm going to wrap up there. Normal Suffolk service resumes soon.